Okay, well, hello. Today we have a beer from Erie Brewing Company. Now, we've done, I believe, Railbender before from them, and probably one or maybe two other ones from Erie, so I don't need to get into the brewery for you. This is a very interesting beer. It's called Cease and Desist. Old Red Cease and Desist. And it's actually a Scotch ale, and it's a pretty heavy hitter, even for a Scotch ale. 10.1% ABV. That's on the top end of many of your Scotch ales that you'll see. Usually they range from, I don't know, around 8 to usually maybe around 9.5, sometimes 10. This one goes 10.1%, so a little bit on the upper end of that. Beer Advocate rates it a 79, which is okay, not going to light the world on fire. Rate beer 72%, again, okay, not going to light the world on fire. It's a winter seasonal. Now, I got this in a mix of six a while ago, and I'm guessing the reason they put it in the mix of six is they're trying to get rid of their winter stuff. And being 10.1%, I'm not really worried about the age of this beer, and it's only June, so really it's not that much of an issue. Now, the name of this beer used to be Red Ryder Big Beer. However, I'm assuming due to the movie Christmas Story, or the BB gun manufacturer, which I guess is real, I don't know if it is or not, they sent out two cease and desist letters to Erie Brewing, so they had to change their name, so they kind of did a big you-know-what to the authorities and said, okay, we're just going to name our beer Cease and Desist after the letters that you sent. So pretty fun, pretty cute right there from Erie Brewing. It's a Scotch ale, and I don't have the Scotch ale thistle glass, but I'll use the next best thing, which is the tulip glass, which is kind of what a thistle glass is. Thistle glass is a variation of it where it's a little more thin in top and a little more bulbous in the bottom. This is bulbous on the bottom, but not quite thistle bulbous. And we pour it in here, and we see a bright red pour with a nice head to this. This has got about, I'm going to say, about 2 fingers of head to this Scotch ale, so it's got some legs to it, definitely, as we get the aroma now. Wow, getting a very malty, extremely malty smell to this. And that caramel is there too, the caramel that we know exists with the Scotch ales. Deeply boozy smell. It's a very saturated, very full kind of aroma to this beer. Let's get the taste now. It's a malt bomb. I mean, the thing will in the front of the tongue you'll get that caramel sensation. It really kind of goes all the way to the back of the tongue as well, and immediately you get the caramel kind of sweetness. Very sweet beer. Even for Scotch ales, which tend to be pretty sweet. Now, I must say, the boozy aspect of this, really, I'm not tasting very much. It's not hitting me too much as far as the alcohol content here, so the malt is really overpowering the 10.1% alcohol in this beer. It's a good representation of the style. Probably not probably not the freshest tasting Scotch ale. I don't know if that may have to do with the aging process. Probably not. I mean, it really shouldn't be a factor with it being 10.1%. And I'm assuming the place stored it okay. It was stored on the shelf fine. There was no light hitting it or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and give this beer, I'm going to probably have to somewhat agree with Beer Advocate and rate beer. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which is actually pretty good for the ratings that I've been giving some of these beers. Nothing that's going to hit home. The malt smell is really overpowering, and the thing that I like about it is it overpowers. It doesn't the alcohol content of it doesn't overpower you, is what I wanted to say. Nice looking beer as well. I think it may be a little too sweet for a Scotch ale for me. There are some better representations of the style, I believe. It's a little bit too dank and not quite fresh tasting, and probably not the best ingredients used for this one. And it may be a little too overly malty. Now I know Scotch ales are malt bombs, but this one's a little, I think, excessive in that category. But I would say it's an okay beer, especially for an American version of the Scotch ale style. So 7 out of 10.